In the streets of Renaissance Florence, a young poet named Dante Alighieri walked with a sense of purpose, his mind consumed by thoughts of a woman he had barely spoken to. Beatrice Portinari was her name, and for Dante, she was more than a muse. She was an embodiment of divine love. Their encounters were fleeting, often limited to passing glances or a gentle nod, yet the love he felt for her was deep. This unrequited love fueled Dante's creative genius, leading to the creation of some of the most enduring works in Western literature, such as La Vita Nuova and the Divine Comedy. So what is it about love that captivates us so deeply? Why do we yearn for it with such intensity, often to the point of obsession? Romantic love, in many ways, acts as a mirror reflecting our innermost desires and fears. It provides a sense of validation and worth, affirming our belief that we are special and deserving of affection. Plato explored the concept of love through a series of speeches at a banquet. One of the speakers, Aristophanes, presented a myth that humans were originally spherical beings with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a single head with 2 faces. According to this myth, humans were split in half by the gods, condemning them to spend their lives searching for their other half to feel whole again. But is romantic love merely about finding completeness in another person, or is there more to it? Erich Fromm argues that love is not something passive that happens to us, but rather an active skill that requires practice and dedication. Fromm suggests that true love involves caring, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. In this sense, the desire to be loved romantically can be seen as a desire for deep, meaningful connections that challenge and enrich us. Consider the story of Abelard and Heloise, 2 intellectuals in 12th century France. Abelard, a prominent philosopher and theologian, was known for his sharp intellect and innovative teachings. Heloise, on the other hand, was a brilliant scholar in her own right, renowned for her exceptional knowledge of classical literature and philosophy. Their paths crossed when Abelard became Heloise's tutor at the behest of her uncle, Fulbert, who sought the best education for his niece. Despite the societal norms that dictated otherwise, the teacher-student relationship quickly blossomed into a passionate love affair. The intensity of their intellectual and emotional connection was evident in their clandestine meetings and the passionate letters they exchanged. Abelard and Heloise's relationship was not just based on physical attraction, it was rooted in mutual respect and admiration for each other's minds. Their letters are filled with philosophical discourse, debates on the nature of love, and reflections on their personal struggles and aspirations. But when Fulbert discovered their affair, he was outraged. Despite their attempts to keep the relationship secret, the scandal became public. In a desperate bid to save Heloise's reputation, Abelard suggested they marry in secret. The secret marriage did little to appease Fulbert, who sought revenge for what he saw as Abelard's betrayal. Fulbert arranged for Abelard to be attacked and castrated. This brutal act effectively ended Abelard's public career and forced him to retreat to a monastic life. Heloise, heartbroken and devastated, joined a convent where she took vows as a nun. Their relationship, though fraught with tragedy, exemplifies the kind of connection that many of us seek in romantic love. Yet Friedrich Nietzsche warned that the idealization of romantic love could lead to disillusionment and suffering. He critiqued the notion of romantic love as an illusion that distracts us from our individual growth and self-realization. He said, "True fulfillment comes not from merging with another person, but from embracing our solitude and striving to become our best selves." So, can we love another person truly and deeply without losing ourselves in the process? Jean-Paul Sartre believed that love could be a form of bad faith, where people deceive themselves into thinking they are incomplete without their partner. Sartre argued that such dependency undermines our freedom and authenticity. Instead, he advocated for a love that recognizes and respects the other's autonomy, a love that allows for personal growth and self-discovery. In modern times, the complexity of romantic love has only deepened. The advent of technology and social media has transformed how we connect with others, often blurring the lines between genuine affection and superficial attraction. Online dating apps, while providing access to potential partners, also commodify romantic connections, reducing them to a series of swipes and matches. Sociologist Eva Illouz argues that the commercialization of love has created unrealistic expectations where happiness and fulfillment are often equated with finding the perfect partner. This romantic ideal, perpetuated by media and consumer culture, can lead to a perpetual sense of dissatisfaction and a constant search for something better. Yet, despite these challenges, the desire to be loved romantically drives us to take risks, open ourselves to vulnerability, and seek out connections. It shows our deep human need for intimacy, understanding, and companionship. It's still important to recognize that love is not a static state, but a dynamic process. It involves continuous effort, communication, and compromise. Alain de Botton describes love as a journey rather than a destination. So the desire to be loved should not lead us to lose sight of our individuality and aspirations. So as we ponder the nature of romantic love, let us embrace its complexities and contradictions. Let us appreciate the beauty and depth it brings to our lives, while also recognizing the importance of maintaining our sense of self. For in the delicate dance between love and individuality lies the true essence of what it means to be human.